Hello, this is Ms. Salas, and I'm going to do a quick tutorial on how to create a map using ArcGIS.com. And I like this website and these maps a little better than Google Maps. I feel like there's a little bit more that you can do with them. So I thought I would walk you through how to create a very basic, simple map. So first of all, I go to ArcGIS.com. I'll have to create an account. So you at the very top here, you'll go to sign in and you'll go ahead and create a public account. So go ahead and do that. For your username, I would go ahead and use your Mendez email because when you use your email, it's easy to remember. So for me, it would be like solace@mendezschool.us. For the password, and it already says I have one because I already created one, but yours wouldn't say that. For the password, it has to be 6 to 24 characters and it has to have one number and one letter. So, you can pick whatever you want for that. I think the most of you have numbers already in your Mendez, for your Mendez Gmail. So if you want to use that same one, that's fine. Okay. So you'll put it twice. You're going to put your name, your email again. It's okay to use it twice. So at mendezschool.us. You'll write your email again because they want to make sure you spelled it correctly. And then you'll pick a password recovery question. So, what is the title of your favorite book? Whatever that is. And then you have to review and accept the terms. You have to read this and then you go to I accept and then you can create your account. Now I already did mine, so I'm going to go ahead and just sign into mine. I'm going to go to arcgis.com. I'm going to sign in. And that will be Salas. And I have my password there already because it's saved. I'm going to keep me signed in so that I don't have to remember it each time. And now it's going to go ahead and take me to the main page. I'm going to go to the tab that says map. You can explore different maps here, but I want to create my own. So I'm going to go to map, and here's a base map. It's by default. It gives me a basic base map. This one shows a bit of the terrain, and then it has some features that are great, but you can always change it. So depending on what I'm doing, for the map we're going to do for westward expansion, I like to have something with the terrain in it because it kind of helps me to see where the mountain areas are. I don't know. I personally like it. So I'm actually going to I'm going to go ahead and keep this one. So I want to add a layer. A layer is a set of points. It can also be different shapes, but we're not at the point where we can do shapes yet. This can get a bit more complex. But I want to add some points. So some points to the map at different locations. Now, actually, you know what? Maybe I do want to change this base map only because it already has the names of cities, San Francisco, Los Angeles, and at the point in westward expansion where we're at, those places did not have those names yet. So I don't want to throw off the idea that those places existed because during Jackson's presidency, San Francisco was not the name of this location yet. So I mean, I could change that. I'm gonna go and click. Let me see if I can find a much simpler one. Let's see. I think they all have names, but let's see if I can find one without. Oh, it wants to do this right now. Remind me later. Okay. So I think I'm gonna go to terrain with labels. I like this one. This is very simple. It does have some labels, but it looks pretty basic. So I'm gonna use this one right here. Now, I want to add my first layer. Now, what I do to add a first layer is you can do this on Google Docs under I forgot what they call it. Let's see here. If you go to Gmail and you go to this is my personal Gmail, but if you go to Drive, you will see you can create, and it's a spreadsheet, my bad. It's a spreadsheet, and you can go ahead and put you can put all your data in, and then you can go ahead and save it as a CSV file. But I actually did mine on my own program. It's called Numbers. You could the end result is the same, so you can do it on here, or you can do it on like Microsoft Excel if you have that. I have numbers, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And here's what I basically came up with. Um, I did like different events, and actually I ended up changing them, but I did like event one, you could do event one, event two, event three, you could do location one, you can do trail one, I mean, however you want. I find that it likes it better if you don't leave spaces. That's what I have found. And maybe it's just my computer, but take away the spaces. And actually, I prefer you do like trail one, trail two, whatever. I just put a bunch of like different stuff. I was making stuff up just to see if it would work. So I put, you're going to need a city field and a state field. So I just put a bunch of different cities in here. Discoveries, I made these up. These are totally not accurate. And I just made up a bunch of different years. So that's my file. Now, the thing is, you can't have any spaces above this. It does not like that. It will reject it. So what I did is I have to go ahead and delete the row. And then I also want to delete, well, actually, that one's fine. So what I'm going to do now is, now if you have Microsoft Excel, you can do the exact same thing. If you're doing it on Google Documents, you can do the exact same thing. I'm going to go to export to CSV file. And for me, I'm just going to go ahead and just put, I'm just going to put map data. I mean, again, this is just totally wash, but I'm going to export it. And these are really important because this is where the points will be on the map. So it's important that you have a city and state field. So now if I go to my desktop, you'll see that it's here. If I open it's a CSV file. And I forgot here, you can't have any spaces, so it converted it. So I'm going to go ahead and delete these. I'm going to go ahead and highlight all of them. Wait, see if I can do this. I want to delete these. It does not like spaces. It will reject it. Delete selected rows. So you want it to look exactly like this. So I forgot. I did change mine. I didn't show you that, but I changed my names to Trip A, Trip B, Trip C, Trip D, Trip E. And then it has all that. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make it a CSV, just in case. Make it a CSV file again. I'm going to replace the old one. Replace. Okay, so I have my CSV file here with my data. Now, you could be as complex as you want. I'm keeping this simple just for this tutorial's sake. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go to my, I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to go to my file. Where are you? Let's see, here you are. Okay, now I'm going to go to add, and I'm going to go add layer from file. You can actually look up layers here. You can find one on the web. You can actually manually create your own map notes, but I already have a file. So I'm going to go and find it on my desktop. Let's see, where are you? Oh, I'm right there. Silly me. I got to find the CSV. There it is. Or is that the one I want? No, forgive me. It's this one here. This other one was the one that had the spaces, and I don't want that one. It will. Well, let me just show you what it would look like if you left the 3 spaces. If you do it, I think it's going to reject it. It's going to say, let's see, maybe it won't, but before, yeah, it says unable to import the shapefile. So you don't want that one. You want to go to the one that you created that has no spaces. So it'll be right here, and you can see there's no spaces at all, and it likes that. So open. Okay, I'm going to import layer, and it's basically it's not going to use anything other than the city and state for the location. So right here it says not used for events and discoveries, and that's totally okay. But right here it's matching it up, and this is perfect because now it knows where to put those points. So add layer, and voila, there are my points. So, and it looks way more cool when you have like 100 points, or you have 100 different locations. But I mean, for time's sake, I don't know if we'll have time to map every single location in, for example, the Lewis and Clark expedition, or maybe we will. But this is how you import those, and boom, there they are. Now the cool thing is if you click on these, it tells you discoveries, goal, the year. Actually, we need to fix that because it's giving it to me as an it's not giving it to me as a year, and it's because it's not reading that properly. But we can fix that later, I believe. But anyway, that's it. If you click on each thing, it will tell you about each what you have. So the more information you put, the better. So if you added another field in your Excel file or your numbers file or your Google Doc a spreadsheet file. You could add another field, for example, such as you know, people involved, or uh, you know, major events that happened, or you could even put a description there, and it would add it to this file. So add it to the forgive me, add it to this box for each location. Um, there is a way to manually change that, and you can actually type into it. I believe if you click on the right here, this is basically that you have on this left side you have your little panel that kind of gives you control over everything on the map. Um, this is kind of like the help area, but right here this is like your content, like what you uploaded. So I believe if you let's see, you can configure the pop-up, change it. You can change if you click change symbols, you can change your symbol. You can change it from that to something else. Um, I'll get into this right now, but anyhow, you can change the color of your symbols. It's pretty easy to do. But the cool thing is, I can color code it based on some field that I put into the Excel file. So if I go to change symbols, because this is a file that I uploaded, I can go to change symbols, and I want to do it a unique symbol, and I can select a field. So I can say I want to color code this by discoveries, and I can say, okay, in whatever locations they found gold, I want that to be. I'm going to put that in like a orangish color. In any location where they found Native Americans, I would want to put that in another color as well. So let's see if I can do this. I want to make it green. Let's see, it's not doing it. Let's see. Let's see if I can do this. Let's do done. Okay. And then for silver, I want to do like a grayish color. I don't know. So, okay, and you can do more things with that. But now each of these is color coded a different. It's colored a different color. So I totally was redundant there. But it's each of these fields is a different color. So I know that at this location they found gold. And this one here they found silver. Here they met up with Native Americans. Here they met up with Native Americans. And that's pretty cool. So for every different field you have, you can do that. You'll want to keep the spelling consistent in your CSV file. You want to keep it the same, so that you don't want, like, if you have you have two golds and they're spelled differently, like you misspelled something, it'll create its own field for that, and you don't want that. You want it to be all the golds, you want it to be one color, all the Native Americans one color, all the silvers one color. Okay, so that's a cool thing about that. So I'll just go to apply. We're good there. That's one of my favorite things to do. If you have a lot more data points, it looks pretty cool on the map, and you can come to you can analyze that data, and it's a pretty cool visual. So anyways, there it is. And then I can also, let's see, you can, oh, so what I want to do is I also want to, if you're here, right here, if you click on this box right here, it's the legend. It tells you what everything means. But there's something else I wanted to do. I want to add, actually, I'm going to go back here. I want to add my own map notes, because something that I want you to do on your file, in your map, is I want you to actually connect the dots based on the person whose trail that is. So I'm going to go to create. Now, I want, like, for example, I have my line here. I want to use a line. You can use freehand, but I like the line. I can actually click right here and connect my dots to actually show what the trail looked like, and that's pretty cool. And then I can change the color of the, and to end it, you just double click it, and then you can actually write information there, which is pretty cool. But anyway, there's my trail, and that's pretty cool. And the cool thing is you can add multiple layers from file. So I can add another layer with, like, maybe the Pike expedition. I can add a completely different layer for that explorer, and you would have multiple trails and exploration routes on this map, and that would look really cool. So my goal is that as a class we can each be in charge of a different trail, and then we can put them all together on one map, and then we can kind of get a visual about all the exploration that was going on. All right, hope that was helpful, and feel free to use this, and you can use this for any subject, and you can upload data from from any subject and it works. So have a great day.